Spineless. That would be one word to describe Everton, definitely. That was a shocking defensive performance. That is one of the worst defences I think I've ever seen. That was so easy for Tottenham to get through Everton tonight. Everton made Tottenham look like a side that was challenging for the title there. But I mean, I do want to give some credit to Tottenham, but I do also think that tonight was a night where I've really been astounded by how bad Everton were. Because they had a lot of their best players playing as well. Allen, Decore in midfield, Van der Beek as well. They had Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Anthony Gordon. They're really good young talents up front. And yeah, it was so poor. And it was like the midfield, there just seemed to be nothing there. Like it was so easy for Harry Kane to come into midfield with Bentancur and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, pick up the ball and play a ball through to Heung-Min and Kulusevski. And there was no sign of any leadership in defence from Everton. Like Michael Keane and Mason Holgate, Michael Keane rather, sorry, and Mason Holgate, just there didn't seem to be any communication. The defence, whenever they tried to play an offside line, there was no like actual defensive line. One of them stepped forward at all times. It was never a straight line to catch the player offside. And that even then, that's still a risky game to play against Tottenham because of how well Harry Kane can pick a pass out for Heung-Min or Dejan Kulusevski. And the first goal, I mean, Mason Holgate's positioning is terrible because he just so far forward that it leaves Ryan Sessegnon so much room to put a cross in, and if Harry Kane doesn't get to it, Michael Keane's in trouble, and he boots the ball into the back of his own net. I mean, just shocking on pretty much every player, that goal. The second goal, it was a good team move, and I think you've got to look at Pickford a bit on the second goal. He should be doing better considering Son didn't put his shot in either corner, or he didn't even strike it particularly well. And Pickford, considering he got a touch to it, should have done a bit better for me. And Harry Kane's third goal, I mean, you knew he was going to score. There was no way he was missing that. Was there? That's his bread and butter. I could not see Harry Kane missing that. And yeah, it full half time. The game was over, wasn't it, really? And second half just continued. 45 seconds in, Sergio Reguilon has only been on the pitch for 40 seconds. And the ball gets crossed in by Kulusevski, and Reguilon has pretty much an open goal to aim at. And Kane got the fifth to completely finish it with about half an hour to go. With a really good volley, to be fair. The left foot of Harry Kane is very talented as well as his right foot. And that goal made him overtake Thierry Henry in the goal scoring charts in Premier League now, which I mean is a great achievement considering Thierry Henry is probably considered the greatest Premier League player of all time, I think. Yeah, you can argue for other players, but I think Thierry Henry is probably the best. But yeah, that is some achievement from Kane. I mean, how long did Henry spend in the Prem? It was about 8 years. I think it was 99 to 2007. Harry Kane has been playing consistently for Spurs now between 2013, maybe 2014 to now. So it is a similar time frame. It's about 8 years for both players. So, you know, for Harry Kane to have a goal scoring record that is anyway similar or anywhere near as good as Thierry Henry is an achievement in itself. Um, yeah, and if he'd scored one more, he'd have equalled Frank Lampard's record right in front of him. And Jesus Christ, Frank Lampard's got a job on his hands here, because at Everton could easily get relegated this season. They they're just so poor. You look at their squad and you think they should have enough quality easily to stay up. But we've seen teams with a lot of good players in their team before get relegated from the Premier League. I remember Newcastle in 2016. They had Jorginho Wijnaldum and Moussa Sissoko in the team, two players who 3 years later both played in a Champions League final against each other. Sissoko was probably man of the match in that year's Euros. Wijnaldum went on to Liverpool and won the Premier League and Champions League. So, good teams can get relegated very easily. Like also in that team, Florian Thauvin, who's done very well for Marseille in the French league since then, although he was horrific for Newcastle that season, to be honest. But they, you know what I mean? It is not impossible. It doesn't matter if you've got Alan, who did well at Napoli, or Richarlison, who's in the Brazil squad, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's in the England squad, or has been before. It's just so defensively poor. I mean, what a way for Jordan Pickford to mark 200 Premier League appearances and also his 28th birthday as well. Not a good birthday for him to be conceding 5 goals at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham though, it's just more of the same really. It's hot and cold. Although when they are hot at the moment, they really do play really well. I mean, over the past 2 weeks, I think it is now, they've had some good results. I mean, amazing results, to be honest. I mean, beating Everton and Leeds 9-0 in total, 5+4. I mean, they are two poor defensive teams. But that Man City win was great as well. But then you've also got the loss to Burnley 10 days ago, I think, and also losing to Middlesbrough in the Cup. So it is very up and down at the moment for Tottenham. But they do look like a better side than Man United. So, I mean, I don't think Tottenham will get top 4. I think Arsenal have just got too much for everybody right now. But I would definitely have Tottenham down as a Europa League place next season. I think Wolves will probably finish 8th and probably miss out on European football altogether now. And I think who will get the 2 Europa League spots and who will have to take up Conference League football. I think out of United, West Ham and Tottenham, I think Tottenham will get Europa League. I think United will get Europa League. I think West Ham might be in the Conference League next season, because that they just all they need is a couple of injuries and they're in big trouble. But yeah, Tottenham, very good performance. Everton, very poor performance. That is the basics of what happened tonight. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.